20 das 3. Temos. Rozgłaść.
Yeah,
Rozbić.
that's
Press that.
idea what I say. Idea what I say.
chanting page 2 in the book. Yo so Bhagava Arahan Samma Sambuddho Swakhato Yena Bhagavata Dhammo Supatipanno Yassa Bhagavato Savak Sangho Tamayam Bhagavantam Sadhammam Sasangham Imehi Sakari Yatharhan Aropitehi Abhipujayama Sadhuno Bhante Bhagava Suchira Parinibhutopi Pachima Janata Nukampa-manasa Ime Sakari Dugat-parnaka Bhute Patiganhatu Amhakam Dirgaratam Hitaya Sukaya Arhan Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddham Bhagavantam Abhivadini Swakhato Bhagavata Dhammam Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Savak Sangho Sangham Namami. Andmayam Buddhasya Bhagavato Pubbabhag Namkaram Karumasi Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Andmayam Buddhavituthim Karomase Yo so Tathagato Arhan Samma Sambuddho Vidyacharana Sampanno Sugato Lokavidu Anuttaro Purisa Masarathi Sattadi Manussanam Buddho Bhagavati Yo imam lokam sadevak Samarakam sabrahmakam Sasamana brahmanim pajansade Vam sansayam avinya Satchikatva pavedesi Yo dhammam desisi adi kalyanam Majje kalyanam pariyosana kalyanam Satham savyanjanam ke paripunnam parisuddham brahmacharyam pakasesi Tamaham Bhagavantam Abhipujayami Tamaham Bhagavantam Sirasa Namami. Handmayam Dhammavituthim Karomase Yo so Swakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditthiko Akaliko Evasiko Opanaiko Pachattam Veditabbo Vinyohiti Tamaham Dhammam Abhipujaya Tamaham Dhammam Sirasa Namami. अन्धमयं संगाभिधूतिं करोमसे यो सो सुपटिपन्नो भगवतो सावक संघो उजुपटिपन्नो भगवतो सावक संघो न्यायपटिपन्नो भगवतो सावक संघो सामीचिपटिपन्नो भगवतो सावक संघो यदिदं चत्तारि पुरुषयुगानि अट्ठपुरुषपुद्गला एष भगवतो सावक संघो आहुनेयो पाहुनेयो दक्षिणेयो अंजलिकरणीयो अनुत्तरं पुण्यखेतं लोकसाति तमहं संघम् अभिपूजयामि तमहं संघं शिरसा हन्दमयं रतन्तय प्रणाम गाथा यो चेव संवेग परिकीर्तन पाठन च भणामसे बुद्धो सुशुद्धो करुणा महर्णवो यो चन्त शुद्ध वरज्ञानलोचनो वन्दामि बुद्धम् अहम् आदरेण तं धम्मोपदीपो वियतः सत्तुनो यो मग्गपाकमतभेदभिन्नको लोकोत्तरो यो च तदत्तदीपनो वन्दामि धम्मम् आदरेण तं संघो सुखेताभ्यतिखेत संनितो यो दिट्ठसन्तो सुगतानुबोधको लोलपहीनो अरियो सुमेधसो वन्दामि संघम् अहम् आदरेण तं पुण्यं मया यम मम सबुपद्दवा माहोन्तु ते कस्य प्रभावसिद्धया इह तथागतो लोके उपन्नो अर्हन् सम्मा सम्बुद्धो धम्मो च देशितो नियानिको उपशमिको परिनिब्बानिको सम्बोधगामि सुगतपवेदितो मयन्तं धम्मं श्रुत्वा एवं जानाम जातिपि दुःखा जरापि दुःखा मरणमपि दुःखं शोक परिदेव दुःख दोमनस उपाया सापि दुःखा अप्येहि संपयोगो दुःखो पियेहि विपयोगो दुःखो यमपि इच्छं न लभति तमपि दुःखं संखितेन पंचुपादानकन्दा दुःखा सेयतीदं रूपोपादानकन्दो वेदनोपादानकन्दो संयोपादानकन्दो संघारोपादानकन्दो विज्ञानोपादानकन्दो ये संपरिन्याय धर्मानुसो भगवा एवं बहुलं सावके विनेति एवं भागा च पनस्य भगवतो सावकेषु अनुशासनी बहुला पवर्तति रूपम् अनित्यं वेदना अनित्या संज्ञा अनित्या संखारा अनित्या विज्ञानम् अनित्या रूपम् अनत्ता वेदना अनत्ता संज्ञा अनत्ता संखारा अनत्ता विज्ञानम अनत्ता सब्बे संखारा अनित्या सब्बे धम्मा अनत्ताति ते मयम ओतिणामः जातिया जरा मरणेन शोकेहि परिदेवेहि दोमनस्येहि उपायासेहि दुःखोतिणा दुःखपरेता अप्येव नामिमस्य केवलस्य दुःखखन्दस्य अन्तकिरिया पञ्यायेताति। चिरपरिनिब्बुतमपि तं भगवन्तं शरणं गता धम्मं च संघं च तस्य भगवतो शासनं यथा सति यथा बलं मनसि करोम अनुपटिप्पजाम सा नोपटिपत्ति इमस्य केवलस्य दुःखखन्दस्य अन्त्यक्रियाय संवततु।
ब्रह्मपद की तीसरे चैप्टर की गाथा सुनेंगे।
Connected to 1+3T.
Pandanang chapalang chittang durakhang dumnivarayang ujung karoti medhavi usukaro tejanang varijo thale kitto okamokata ubbhato pariphandatidang chittang මාරධේයං පහතවේ දුන්නිග්ගහස්ස ලහුනෝ යත්ථ කාම නිපාතිනෝ චිත්තස්ස දමතෝ සාධු චිත්තං දංථං සුඛාවහං සුදුද්දසං සුනිපුනං යත්ථ කාම නිපාතිනං चित्तं रक्षेथ मेधावी चित्तं गुत्थं सुखावहं दूरंगमं एकचरं असरीरं गुहाशयं ये चित्तं संयमे संति मोक्षं ति मारबन्धना अनवट्ठित चित्तस्स सद्धम्मं अविजानतो परिप्लव पसादस्स पञ्ஞान परिपूरति अनवसुत चित्तस्स अनन्वाहत चेतसो पुण्य पाप पहीनस् नत्ति जागरतो भयं कुम्भोपमं कायमिमं विदित्वा नगरूपमं चित्तमिदं ठपेत्वा योदेथमारं पञ्ञावुधेन जितं च रखे अनिवेशनोऽस्या अचिरं वतयं कायो पठविं अधिशेषति क्षुद्धो अपेत विज्ञानो निरर्थं कलिङ्गरं दिशो दिशं यं तं कैरा වේරීවාපන වේරිණං මිච්ඡාපනිහිතං චිත්තං පාපියෝ නං තතෝ කරේ නතං මාතා පිතා කෛරා අඤ්ඤේවාපිච ඥාතකා සම්මාපනිහිතං චිත්තං සේයසෝ නං තතෝ කරේ සාධු සාධු සාධු.
मैडम हिंदी इसका रूपांतर करके बताएंगे.
खंडनम चपलम चित्तम दूरखम दुनिवारयम. चल है, चपल है, संयम, निग्रह, दुरूह, मेधावी साधे ऐसे जैसे तीरंदाज तीर. वारिजो वथलिखितो ओकमोकत उब्बतो परिफन्दति तं दं चित्तं मारधेयं पहातवे. जल से बाहर धरती पर जैसे मीन तड़पे, मार क्षेत्र के बाहर जाने को वैसे मन तड़पे. दुर्निग्रहस लहुनो यत्थ कामनिपातिनो चित्तसदमथो साधु चित्तं दन्तं सुखावहम्. दुष्कर इसका निग्रह, मन भागे चाहे जिस ओर, उत्तम इसको वश में करना कर दे सुख विभोर. सुदुस्दस्सं सुनिपुणं यत्थ कामनिपातिनं चित्तं रक्षेत मेधावी चित्तं गुप्तं सुखावहम्. दुष्कर इसको जानना, सूक्ष्म मन भागे चाहे जिस ओर, मेधावी इसे रखे संभाल तो होवे सुख विभोर. दूरंगमं एकचरम अशरीरम गुहाशयम ये चित्तं संयमे ससन्ति मोखन्ति मार्बन्धना. हृदय गुफा में छिपा मन शरीर दूर दूर विचरण करे अकेला अधीर. जो इसको संयमित करे मुक्त मार के बंधन से वह धीर. अनवठित चित्तस्य सधम्मम् अभिजानतो परिपल्लवोपसादस्य पञ्ज्ञान परिपूरति. जिसका मन चंचल हो, धर्म ज्ञान विहीन, श्रद्धा भी विचलित हो, प्रज्ञा न हो परिपूर्ण. अनवसत्सुत चित्तस्य अनवाहत चेतसो पुण्यं पापपहीनस्य नत्थि जागरतो भयम्. द्वेष से न मन जिसका आहत, चित्त आसव विहीन, पाप पुण्य से परे, जागृत व्यक्ति के सब भय क्षीण. कुंभूपमं कायमिमं विदित्वा गुरूपमं चित्तमिदं थपेत्वा योधेथ मारं पन्यावुधेन जितं न रक्षरखे अनिवसेनो सिया। घड़े समान काया को मृणमय जान, मन को बना सुरक्षित नगर समान। प्रज्ञा के आयुध से मार को परास्त कर, अनासक्त हो फिर भी जीत को रख संभाल कर। अचिरं वतयमं कायो पथविं अधिशेषति, क्षुब्धो अपेत विज्ञानो निरर्थं कलिंगरम। शीघ्र ही हाय धरती पर विज्ञानहीन यह शरीर पड़ा होगा निरर्थक, जैसे जला हुआ शहतीर। दिशो दिशं यं तं कैरा वेरिपापनवेरिनं, मिच्छापणितं चित्तं पापियोनं ततो करे। ऐसा बुरा न कर सके दुश्मन वैरी कोई, अधिक बुरा निज मन करे जब मिथ्या दृष्टि होए। न तम माता पिता कैरा अन्ये वापि च ज्ञातका, सम्मापणितं चित्तं सेयसोनं ततो करे। इतना भला न कर सके माता पिता संबंधी कोई, अधिक भला निज मन करे जब सम्यक दृष्टि होए।
We'll be beginning a series of morning reflections and discourses by Lumpur Sumedho, given in a retreat in Split Rock Center in USA in 2008. It's known as the monastic retreat. These are taken from the website dharmascene.org with grateful gratitude. Some of these talks we have heard already, so we'll have to maybe see what to do, whether to repeat them or not. So today the first day one morning talk.
This morning, just be the observer of the mood that you are experiencing at this time. This sense of puto, the knowing of the object, which is a kind of emotional state or mood, whether it's bright or dull, peaceful, not peaceful, whatever it may be. Not trying to make it into anything, but just observing it, getting to know this is the way it is at this moment, here and now. So this is what I call reflection. You're not trying to get anything or do anything about it. You're not trying to, if your mood isn't very good, to try to make it better. It's just being this knowing, this observer. This is, like I was saying last night, refuge, the Bhutto, knowing the Dhamma. So this relationship, subject to object, is changing from personal interpretation, my mood, and then the sense of this, I feel like this now, and I should or shouldn't, or I want another kind of state of mind. It's a good mood or a bad mood. This is the worldly conditions that we interpret life from worldly conditions. Now, what I'm suggesting is observing things from Dhamma, from the level of consciousness in which the mood arises and ceases. So you're the consciousness, the Bhutto, knowing that emotional energy, mental state, mood is like this right now. It's the way it is. And then the attitude of allowing it to be what it is. There's nothing to do about it, but just observing it. The Dhamma is what we call Santitiko Akaliko. We just chanted this, the morning reflections. Santitiko, apparent here and now. Akaliko, timeless. So these are words that suggest of just the only way that you can, the reality of now is to be mindful here and now. The time is now. Place is here. And the observer is the Bhutto, and the object is Dhamma. So this is going against all the conditioning, worldly, cultural, personal conditioning that one has acquired. Time is our reality. Self is our reality. We can live our lives always for the next thing, a better future, tomorrow, next year. We work hard now. You might have this idea that you've got to practice hard now in order to become enlightened in the future. So you can just notice this sense of I'm not enlightened and I've got to practice during this retreat in order to become enlightened. I've got to get something I don't have yet by sitting for hours, concentrating my mind, keeping the silence, and hopefully I might become enlightened in the future. So these words convey the sense of the future is where you hopefully will get what you want. And here and now is just, you've got to do it. your sense of yourself, your ego, is motivating you to work hard in order to get something in the future. So this is the worldly. This is the way the world operates. This is the way we think, and what we believe in is the world, and the future as the where we hope to get what we want. So this is a kind of very immediate shift out of that perceptual range to awareness here and now. So right now, the way it is we can be aware of just the posture. The body, your own body is here and now. And we use the reflection on the four postures: the sitting, standing, walking, lying down postures. These are the ordinary postures, movements of our body that we use during the day and night. They're not special kind of exotic postures, just sitting, standing, walking, lying down. So bring attention right now just to the body, your own body, just as this experience, the reality of it sitting, its sensations, this sitting posture, here and now, as it is right now at this moment. So you begin to notice it's the pressure of sitting, the body, the pressure, the sensation of pressure as you're sitting on the mat, aware of maybe whether you feel comfortable, uncomfortable, pain or no pain, or heat, cold, is like this. We're just being the observer, so we're just noticing it's like this. Feeling cold is like this, or feeling too hot is like this. The pressure of the body sitting, or your clothes touching your skin, your hands, your feet, just kind of sweeping through, observing the reality and experience of sitting at this very moment. So this is a sense of relaxed attention. Sometimes it's like an oxymoron where you say attention usually means, when we use it in the military, we say attention is a command, and you go very stiff. You contract. But this is a relaxed attention, so it's not an imperative. You have to force yourself into some rigid posture, but it's an encouragement to open, to observe, the sense of relaxed attentiveness, openness, receptivity. And then being aware of the body sitting is like this. Nothing special about it. There's nothing fantastic that you're going to experience. But sitting is what we do every day. But we may never notice it. We sit down, we start worrying about the future, planning this, regretting things of the past, and on like this. So we're sitting, but where our minds are all caught up in our thoughts and feelings. But now this is the opportunity to just be with the reality and the experience of this body sitting. It's like this. And so it's not like anything you have to concentrate and focus, get it. It's just opening to this very natural state of being. A physical body is like this. And another thing that's happening right now to all of us is breathing. We're all breathing. So we can bring attention just to the simple function of breathing as we experience. Many of you develop techniques of anapanasati or rising, falling of the abdomen, or the attention at the nostrils, the inhaling, exhaling. I'm not really interested in where you notice the breathing, but just observe, be the knower, the inhalation, exhalation is like this. So you're just observing, being the observer of this body's breathing. Your ego's not trying to make it breathe or make comments about how well or how horribly you breathe. It's just breathing is like this. Inhaling, exhaling. Now the attitude, I'm not so interested in teaching you meditation techniques, but as an attitude. This retreat is trying to encourage an attitude rather than developing a certain technique. So the attitude is, if you have the right attitude, then any technique you so prefer you can benefit from. But if you're always using some very, very good technique from the state of ignorance, it will still end up with ignorance. It's not in the technique so much. That's important is the attitude. Now, just the first fetter that blocks stream entry is the Sakya Ditti. Sakya Ditti is Pali word and translated generally as personality view. So it's a conditioned sense of self. It's the ego, as we use that word now in modern parlance. My ego, egotistical, a sense of myself, my self-importance, who I am, my identities, me and mine. And so this Sakya Ditti, this is the fetter. There's 10 fetters to Arahant. So, and the very first fetter is Sakya Ditti. So it's not getting rid of an ego or trying to suppress personality, but it's being able to recognize Sakya Ditti. So we're no longer limited by that, by the conditioned sense of self. So as long as you believe you are a condition, if you really committed to the sense that you're the body you have, what's going to happen to you? You're going to get old and die. And because that's what bodies do. And so this is, what you identify with, you become like that. You take on that condition, and you live within that limitation. And you experience life from this limited position of I'm this physical body. So if it's a young body, old body, male body, female body, whether you're black or white, whatever, the identity is with this is me, I'm this body. Now the very fact that you can observe the body, just like we were doing, observing the sitting posture. Now this awareness is not Sakya Ditti. But I think, how do I sit properly? Or my body, this sense of my body, my sitting posture. This is Sakya Ditti. So as long as we are, now when we meditate, we start our meditation from this illusion of Sakya Ditti, then the result will always be, we'll be disappointed in our practice. For example, I'm going on this retreat in order to practice hard to become enlightened in the future. I'm a mess now, I've got all kinds of problems, and I need to work hard on myself in order to become healthy, normal personality in the future. This is Sakya Ditti. So just the fact, I'm not enlightened, I'm this ignorant person, neurotic, have hang-ups, fears, obsessions, which I shouldn't have, and I've got to practice in order to get rid of them, so that in the future I will not have these obsessions, and I will be, hopefully attain some kind of peace of mind or liberation in the future. This is Sakya Ditti. So if you start out in this retreat from this, without investigating this perception, so right now just observe the sense of, I'm this person practicing meditation in order to get something, that good result in the future is like this. So it's like an inner listening. Kind of repeat this to yourself. I am this kind of person that has to do something now in order to become something better in the future. Be the listener. So it's quite intentionally creating this sense of, I am this person doing something now to become in the future. So you're listening. The Bhutto is listening to the Dhamma, the condition of Sakya Ditti. It's not saying anything, it's not condemning it, it's just noticing. And that which is aware of your thinking, I am this person, that awareness is not a thought. That's consciousness and awareness. And then the thought is created, the language, whatever language you think in, it is a created, man-made, created condition. Language is created by human beings. It's not coming from nature, it doesn't fall down from the heavens or anything. It's language is, the creation of human groups. So there's many different languages. So we're using whatever language, but we're looking at it, that which is aware of yourself thinking. Now this is quite simple, and I deliberately think I am, think about I like and I don't like, and I want and I don't want, but listen. You're being the listener or the Bhutto. This is your refuge. You took the refuge last night, Bhutto. Knowing that thoughts, thinking, language arises and ceases. Its thinking is obviously impermanent. You can't, you go from one thought to the next. If you just say the same thought over and over, you can kind of sustain the same thought just by intentionally thinking it again and again, but the nature of thought is to move, to change. Goes from one thought to the next, one word to the next word. But the awareness of thinking, that's a self-sustaining consciousness awakened to the conditioning of the thinking process. So we're looking at thinking now in terms of Dhamma. It is anicca, it's a condition. All conditions are impermanent, it's like this. So this, in starting from like in a retreat, it has a beginning. Like this is the first full day. At the beginning, it will have an ending. It's like this. You feel peaceful or confused. Things will come up in consciousness, emotions and. The same, the conditions change, the weather and all kinds of other conditions affect this moment. But our refuge is not in trying to control the conditions so that we have a good retreat, because that's Sakya Ditti, isn't it? I want to have complete control over all the conditions so that I can have a peaceful retreat is Sakya Ditti. So this is how, our modus operandi for this retreat. If you can control the conditions, then I've had a really good retreat. Whoopee. But if everything goes wrong, you get angry with the turkeys. And when somebody flushes the toilet at midnight, and that's, without being aware of it, then you're, it's a terrible retreat. And a roommate was always snoring, and it just ruined my whole retreat because you couldn't control the conditions. So this is Sakya Ditti. This is the conditioned ego. So it's a control freak kind of condition. It always wants to benefit itself, and this is what we start with. As our modus operandi. I start from I'm practicing now to get something in the future. Now this is a normal kind of Sakya Ditti. I'm not criticizing, but in saying you shouldn't have Sakya Ditti. What I'm encouraging you is to investigate, be an expert on Sakya Ditti, on personality view. It's created through thought, depends on thinking, on believing in your thoughts, believing that you are this person, this body, this personality, totally committed to these conditions, and living your life in order to support this illusion. This is ignorance. So on this retreat, this is chance to just observe Sakyaditi, get to know it. So that whatever form it takes, no matter how subtle or convincing Sakyaditi can become, because it certainly can be, and you find your strength in knowing what it is rather than being deluded, caught into it, or just trying to suppress your emotions, denying self. So this is what we call awakened consciousness, and that's what Buddha is. Buddha, awakened consciousness. It's not conditioned consciousness. It's not conditions that arise and cease in consciousness. It's pure consciousness, awakened before the conditions arise. And when the conditions cease, it doesn't arise and cease with the conditions. The conditions arise and cease in the consciousness. So these are, this morning, this is a way of centering, or during this retreat, the posture, you use that because the body is here and now, and you don't create the body. The body is natural condition. It's not mine. It's not. I didn't create it. It's this way, It's like the trees, like the turkeys, like the dogs and cats, the birds, the planet itself. This is just part of nature. Being born, it's a condition that's born and gets old and dies. So the body is to be seen as a natural condition, rather than seeing it from the personal. Like vanity always makes it personal. Wanting, judging ourselves on how we look, our identity with our appearance, with our age, with whether we're male or female, our identity with race, color of the skin. All these are, this is Sakyaditi. Because the consciousness isn't, we don't create consciousness either. It's not culturally, it's natural. So notice that what is truly natural, that is not me and mine, that I didn't create, is the physical body. If it were up to me, if I created my body, I would have created a better body than this one. So it's obviously not mine. But I can identify with it. I can, my body and then vanity, we live in a culture that's obsessed with appearance, how you look, and so it's full of this encouragement to try to make, self attractive, or, Even the most beautiful, good-looking people are critical of their features. The nose is too big or too small. Or the eyes, I like my eyes a little wider. They're too narrow. Or my hair, I wish I had better, thicker hair. Or whatever, Vanity's a cruelty, isn't it? You look into a mirror and you think, I don't like this, I don't like that, these wrinkles, I don't want them, gray hair, I don't want that, on and on like that. We're picking apart, we're criticizing, we're saying, I don't like this body. It's not, I want to change it and make it what I like. This is cruelty. This is sakyaditi, isn't it? It's an endless cruelty of criticizing this body. But this mindfulness of the body is not cruel. It's accepting the body as it is. It's like this. Not making any comments about how it should be or that it's yours. It's a natural condition, just like the trees, the flowers, the animals. And then consciousness. You didn't create that. When you're born, the body is conscious body. So it's, if it's unconscious, it's dead. So if it's a conscious body, and so these are in terms of natural conditions. Then what you do create after birth is you acquire the sense of yourself. I'm a baby. Your mother says, you're my little baby. So I'm a baby. It says, you're a little boy. I'm a boy. I'm a little girl. You're American. You're an American girl. And American girls should be like this, and like that. So we get the cultural conditioning, that's what we acquire after we're born. Those are artificial, those are artifices, conventions. There's nothing wrong with them, but we're trying to put them in their place so that we're not limited by the conventions that human beings create. So in awareness is where we're actually awakening to pure consciousness. So we can't create anything. We're not about creating a refined conscious state. We're just letting go. And so it's an attitude of openness, receptivity, relaxed attention, observing, witnessing. And these words I find helpful in conveying this attitude that I'm encouraging you to develop, this attitude of just relaxed attention, open, uncritical receptivity to the present. It's like this. So in this openness, this includes the body, the posture of the body, includes the breathing, the inhaling, exhaling function of your body. It includes sensation, so you're aware of being hot or cold, aware of pain or pleasure, of sound, of smell, taste, touch, sight. This open mindfulness then includes everything. Everything belongs in this moment that's happening right now. Good or bad, pleasant or unpleasant, it all belongs. So that this mindfulness is embracing everything, all conditioned phenomena at this very moment. Now consciousness is it's intelligent knowing not conditioned. It has no boundary. Like there's 6 elements in the Pali scripture. You know, the 4 elements, the earth, fire, water, and air. This is about the conditioned world. So these all have forms, limits, and boundaries. You know, a thought has a form, or emotion has a beginning and ending, or, you know, whatever, you know, solid, liquid, air, fire, all these are about arising and ceasing, beginning and ending. Shape and form, quality, big and small, beautiful, ugly. Now when you get into space and consciousness, these are the other 2. Space has no boundary. You know, so when you just look at the space in this room, in this meditation hall, you know, it's here and now. It's not, you don't create this space, but you may not notice it. You just take it for granted. So you come in here and you notice maybe the things. You notice this bell, you notice the shrine, people, the tankas, and so forth, and then you notice the things. You like this, you don't like that. The space you may not notice at all. It's just, and even though it's here all the time, and wherever you are, it isn't confined to this meditation hall. It's all around. You go outside, wherever you go, space. It's real. It's here and now. It's not like refined, special, esoteric reality, is it? It's very ordinary. Space is ordinary, and it's here all the time, and it has no boundary. So you're recognizing that which is here and now, like space, just visually, on the visual, through visual consciousness, you can observe space is boundless. Where does it end? Now, scientists and that have views about space ending somewhere, but in terms of here and now, that's not important. You know, we don't know that. We can't see that at this moment, but we can be aware that space right now, where does it end? You know, it goes on and on and on and on. Consciousness is like that. It has no boundary. It's an immeasurable. Where we tend to think of consciousness as thinking and the brain, and that so we limit consciousness. So we think. I've even heard people say that animals are not conscious. And what do they mean by that? You know, they don't think like human beings, probably, but this is ridiculous, because consciousness is natural, boundless, space and consciousness, earth, fire, water, and air. So in Vipassana meditation, we contemplate that all conditioned phenomena we can use these 4 elements for contemplating the body, the emotions, the memories, thinking process, what we see, hear, smell, taste, touch, the very act of having eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, a brain, a mind, These are forms, these are conditions, earth, fire, water, and air. Space has no bound, it's immeasurable. Consciousness immeasurable. So this is why sati is our door to this, back into this pure consciousness. Like, before you were born, or before you became a person, there's consciousness. And now you're experiencing consciousness through a form. So this means you're conscious from this point where you are at this moment. Like consciousness right now, I'm sitting here, this body's sitting here, and consciousness, the body is experiencing consciousness from this point. Now how I interpret is, conditioned, I'm sitting here, my body, what I like and don't like and so forth. Then I'm creating conditions into consciousness. My preferences, my prejudices, biases, cultural attitudes, assumptions, emotional habits arise when somebody says, Ajahn Sumedho, you're a great teacher, and then I feel happy. And somebody says, you're a disgrace to Buddhism, then I feel angry. Emotions change according to other conditions, on a personal level. People can praise or blame or whatever, and then the emotions are according to whether, praise makes me happy, blame makes me angry. But consciousness is behind it all, so whether anger or happiness arise, my refuge is in this consciousness. Once you recognize it, this is reality. This is not subtle, esoteric magic that only very advanced, spiritually advanced people can get to. This is quite ordinary. This is not about, being a highly evolved spiritual, gifted, spiritually advanced being. It's about being human. Being a human being that has this potential for seeing things as they are. And still, within the limitation of a human body, and whatever age it is, and so forth, those are not obstructions. It's just a matter of recognizing. So now, that's enough for this morning, and invite you to breakfast.
ब्रह्म विहारों की साधना करेंगे। सबसे पहले मैत्री ब्रह्म विहार, और उसके बाद ही पहले अपने प्रति, फिर प्रियजनों, माता पिता, आचार्यों, मित्रों, संबंधियों, सहधर्मचारियों के प्रति, और फिर आरक्षा करने वाले देवताओं के प्रति, और अंत में सभी अनंत प्राणियों के प्रति। तो सब मिलके हम मैत्री करते हैं, चैंटिंग करते हैं। अनिगोमि सुखी अत्तानं परिहरामि मम माता पितु आचार्या च ज्ञातिमित्ता च सह ब्रह्मचारिणो च अविराहोन्तु अव्यापज्याहोन्तु अनिगाहोन्तु सुखी अत्तानं परिहरन्तु आरक्षा देवता भूमट्ठा देवता रुक्खट्ठा देवता आकाशट्ठा देवता अवेराहोन्तु अव्यापज्याहोन्तु अनिगाहोन्तु सुखी अत्तानं परिहरन्तु सब्बे सत्ता सब्बे पाना सब्बे भूता सब्बे पुंगला सब्बे अत्ता भाव पर्यापन्ना सब्बा इत्यो सब्बे पुरुषा सब्बे अरिया सब्बे अनरिया सब्बे देवा सब्बे मनुष्या सब्बे विनिपातिका अविराहोन्तु अव्यापज्याहोन्तु अनिगाहोन्तु सुखी अत्तानं परिहरन्तु। आप करुणा ब्रह्म विहार उत्तरोत्तर हमारे सभी शहरों में, हमारे देश में, सारे विश्व में दुखी प्राणियों की संख्या दिन प्रतिदिन हजारों में बढ़ती जा रही है। जो रोग से दुखी हैं और अन्य कारणों से दुखी हैं, रोग के कारण रेस्ट्रिक्शन से दुखी हैं। करुणा जागना स्वाभाविक है। आए सब मिल के मन में ये भाव जगाएं कि हम सब लोग शीघ्र इस महामारी से छुटकारा पाएं, सभी रोगी निरोग हों, रोग को दूर करने में जो बाधाएं हैं दवाइयों की, उपकरणों की, वो सब दूर हों। सारी जो व्यवस्था है, जो लोग व्यवस्था कर रहे हैं, वो सब सफल हों, उनके प्रयास सब सफल हों। जो मूर्खता से खास तौर पे हमारे देश में इस रोग को बढ़ा रहे हैं, अज्ञानवश या किसी भी कारणवश, उनको सुबुद्धि आए ताकि हमारे देश में ये विकराल रूप न ले सके। समीतियो विभजन्तु शोको रोगो विनश्यतु माते भवतु अन्तरायो सुखी दीर्घायुको भवतु सुखी दीर्घायुको भवतु सुखी दीर्घायुको भवतु। अब कृतज्ञता ज्ञापन उन सब के प्रति जो इस कठिन परिस्थिति में सबकी सेवा में लगे हुए हैं विभिन्न प्रकार से, अस्पतालों में, दुकानों में, सड़कों पर सामान ले जाने में, सुरक्षा देने में, उन सब के प्रति आभार। सबके साथ आए हम अपने पुण्य शेयर करें, साझा करें। जो भी पुण्य हमने आज तक किए हैं उन सब में ये सभी अनंत प्राणी साझेदार हों, उन सब का मंगल हो, सभी सुरक्षित रहें, स्वस्थ रहें। पुण्यस्य इदानि यानि अन्यानि कथानि मे ते सञ्च भागिनो हन्तु सक्तानन्तपमानका। मुदिता ब्रह्म विहार जो लोग स्वस्थ हो रहे हैं, रोग से मुक्त हो गए हैं, और जिन किसी लोगों के जीवन में किसी और कारण से भी प्रसन्नता आई है, उन सब की प्रसन्नता बनी रहे, उसमें हम साझेदार होते हैं, अपने मन में संतुष्टि और प्रसन्नता लाते हैं। उनकी प्रसन्नता सुख संपत्ति बनी रहे, कोई बाधा ना आए, किसी कारण से वो उससे बिछोड़ ना हो। यथा लब्धा संपत्तितो मा विगच्छन्तु। और उपेक्षा ब्रह्म विहार जो इस कठिन परिस्थिति में हम सबका संबल है, सबका सपोर्ट है। ये जानना कि जो कुछ भी चित्त में परिस्थिति उत्पन्न हो रही है वो विपाक चित्त अपने ही कर्मों का फल है। ये विषम परिस्थिति को सहन करने में थोड़ी मदद करता है, और ख़ास तौर पे द्वेष और दुर्भावना और गुस्सा इस सब से हमें बचाता है, क्योंकि सभी प्राणी अपने कर्मों के उत्तराधिकारी हैं। तो भगवान की वाणी को याद करते हैं, कम्मस्य का कम्मदायादा कम्मयोनि कम्मबन्धु कम्मपटिसरण यं कम्मं करिष्यन्ति कल्याणं वा पापकं वा तस्य दायादा भविष्यन्ति। बहुत आवश्यक है कि चित्त हमारा कंपायमान न हो, और कम कांपे भी तो तुरंत उसको समता में ले आए, हमसे कोई भूल न हो, मन में अतिक द्वेष न जागे, और उपेक्षा को भाव को संतुष्ट करने के लिए प्रज्ञा बहुत सहायक होती है। मन में भय का जागना स्वाभाविक है, बेचैनी जागना स्वाभाविक है। तो जब जब जागे तो हम बोधियों के अंगों को याद करें। ये भी सर्वोत्तम बोधि का अंग है। जो दूसरा बोधि का अंग है धम्म विचय, इन्वेस्टिगेशन, वो बहुत मदद करता है। जब जब भय जागता है तो मैं देखता हूँ किस बात का भय है। अंततः तो सब भय मृत्यु के भय ही होते हैं। तो मृत्यु का भय है तो थोड़ा इन्वेस्टिगेट कर लें कि कौन मरेगा, कौन मरता है। बस इसी को अगर हम गहराई से इन्वेस्टिगेट करें, और जो हम चर्चा इतने दिनों से अनात्म भाव की कर रहे हैं उसके संदर्भ में करें तो काफ़ी क्लैरिटी आएगी। जो मन में भय, आशंकाएं जागती हैं वो धुलने लगती हैं स्वाभाविक तौर पे। फिर हम उनको सती कन्या से देख के उनसे निजात पा सकते हैं, उपेक्षा फिर से पुष्ट हो सकती है। साधक लोग सभी ऐसा कर पाएँ, ऐसी शुभकामनाएं करते हैं ताकि भगवान की वाणी हमारे जीवन में प्रतिलक्षित हो। पुट्टस्य लोक धम्मे ही चित्तं यस्य न कंपति अशोकं विरजं खेवम् एतन्मङ्गलमुत्तमम्। हम सबकी दृष्टि सम्यक हो, कोई हमसे अकुशल चित्त की चेतना न जागे, शोक न जागे, ऐसी सब मिलकर शुभकामनाएं करते हैं। सर्वे सत्ता सुखी होन्तु, सर्वे होन्तु सुखिनो,
सर्वे
भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा किञ्चित् पापमागमत् मा किञ्चित् शोकमागमत् मा किञ्चित् दुःखमागमत्।
भवतु
सर्वमङ्गलं रक्षन्तु सर्वदेवता सर्वबुद्धानुभावेन सदा सोति भवन्तु ते। भवतु सर्वमङ्गलं रक्षन्तु सर्वदेवता सर्वधर्मानुभावेन सदा सोति भवन्तु मे। भवतु सर्वमङ्गलं रक्षन्तु सर्वदेवता सर्वसङ्घानुभावेन सदा सोति भवन्तु ते।
अरहं सम्मा सम्बुद्धो भगवा बुद्धं भगवन्तं अभिवादे। स्वाखातो भगवता धम्मो धम्मं नमस्सामि। सुपटिपन्नो भगवतो सावक संघो संघं नमामि।